it's time for us to go deep. When it comes to understanding who we are, understanding the things that make us up. We've been told our thoughts, our emotions create our reality. But how does it do that? I just watched a mind-blowing video yesterday about how our mind works. And I can't shake how I felt like this has so much gems in it. Like, what if our mind, all the thoughts that's going through our mind on a daily basis, where is it coming from? We ever think about that? Where is all these thoughts coming from? Just take a look at your thoughts and see what they consist of. They're so egotistical. They're so fear-based. They're so not good enough and all that. So what if our thoughts are just programming when you come into a 3D matrix like this? What if that comes with us when we maybe sign up? Some say we sign up to be here. What if that is just part of programming? Remember, the matrix says there's a program for everything. So there's a program for our thoughts. And another thing that he said too, that really had me, that some of our thoughts is based on our evolution, like maybe a time in the past. So it's the same programming. At a time in the past, we didn't need our thoughts. We didn't rely on our thoughts as we do now. So there's an aspect of that in our thoughts. So our thoughts probably consist of even things from previous life cycles. So it's probably, our thoughts are probably filled up of things from the old things that we used to think about. It's just filled up of so many things, and it seems as if all this doesn't even benefit us. And that's how we create our reality, based on what we're feeling in our thoughts, based on what we see on television, based on what we were taught in school, That those are the things that filled up our thoughts on a daily basis. But beyond that thought, beyond that noise, there's an aspect of us that's just always been there. That's always been there, that doesn't react to nothing we're doing on the outside. It's just there, that when we recognize it or when we come in contact with it, it's just a divine experience. Is that what we call God? Our soul, the inner G, the inner God. So the goal is for us to quiet the mind. Someone says the mind is a battlefield. How is the mind a battlefield? The mind, it's like our goal here, our goal on earth here is to quiet the mind. And when we start looking at the mind, start looking at your mind. The mind doesn't want to be observed, because It doesn't want to be observed. It just want to stay there behind the scenes and do all the things it wants to do, and keep us in lock, and keep us chasing after our tails, and keeping us not ever understanding that within us is this power, is this divine aspect of us. So it's just like it's that layer. Our mind
Traffic
is that
alert.
layer.
Road closed ahead.
That layer of us that we have to get through to get to the nucleus, to get to the core of who we are. And is that what they call the present moment? Is that what they call the present moment? Is that coming to me? That is that place, that lady with the issue of blood in the Bible, that's where she touched. We have to, another thing where everyone has to know
In 1,000 feet,
is
turn right onto
that
Florida 419 North,
everything
Florida
is
434
mental.
West.
Everything is mental. Everything happens in the mind. I see a lot of people try to break down
At the
prophecy,
light,
break
turn
down
right onto
scripture.
Florida 419 North, Florida 434 West.
Knowledge of those things has to come from deep within us. Knowledge of those things have to we have to say, you remember when Christ said, I didn't do nothing of myself, my Father in heaven does it. That's the place we have to get to. Oh my gosh, that was not me. That is not me. It's my Father in heaven. It's my Mother in heaven. It's my higher self. It's the universe that just allow me to do that or say that. That's the place we have to come from. And if you're out
Continue
there,
on Florida 419 North for 2 miles.
if you're out there and you'll be like, you know what? I know some things, there's more and more out there. I want to know more. I'm not just here to work a 9-to-5 job. I'm not just here to work a 9-to-5 job. There's more. If you listen to people, that's the impression you have to get from whoever you decide to follow, whether religion, whether social media influencers. You have to get to the point where you say, oh, when you hear that person said, listen, that didn't come from me. My Father in heaven, my higher self, the universe gave that to me. Or you yourself, if you've looking for answers, you yourself gotta start asking questions. The universe is here. It's mental, people. It's mind. Stop thinking about everything physical. What physical? How many jobs you have to work to make a buck? See yourself rich. See yourself in abundance. See yourself with whatever you want. That's the time we're in. This, and another thing, it seems as if where everything is just a big, I'm not going to say computer, I'm going to say it's like a big algorithm. And everything is based upon that algorithm. So it depends on what you put in the algorithm. That's what you see. That's what happens in your life. For example, our brain, our senses, our subconscious, those things it just seems like it's just one giant receptor. When I start reading the Christ letters and I realize that what I'm seeing, all I'm perceiving, it's not the truth of what anything looks like. You think this is what I look like? You think the water, the grass, we're just everything that we're seeing is just based on perception. It's just our brain perceive it based on the electromagnetic spectrum, and based on our programming, based on what are, subconscious, what is in our subconscious. That those are the things we have to understand that. So I don't know if some of us are deep thinkers, and I know not everyone is, but yeah, our brain is just showing. It's like, oh, I see a car right here, and our brain just, based on the lighting, based on everything, our brain is, oh, that's a car. That's a car. That's what you've been taught. That's a car. And guess what? That's only, and I'm going to be generous. And that's only 50% of what a car looks like. That's just 50%. Or you're looking at, not just me, but anyone on your phone, on a television, and and you be, you're looking at anyone on your phone or your television, and you'd be like, oh,
in a quarter mile,
that's not what
use
they
the
look
right
like.
lane to take the
Nothing is
417
solid. I know I
north
got
to
kicked
Sanford.
off of someone live one time when I said nothing is solid. We're just energy beings. That's where we have to start from. I saw someone show a top-down picture of
Use the right lane to take the Florida 417
for
north
DNA, and it's totally different. Totally different.
Continue on Florida 417
And
north for 5 miles.
that makes me wonder. I had a dream that I was looking at a circle, and somehow I'm thinking that's what we all look like. And the circle have half side white and half side black. And now I'm picturing that yin and yang symbol. So is it showing us a top-down view of what we really look like? We're living in a time now that those are the things we have to be thinking about. So else you're gonna be left behind physically. You have to be able, I hope if this message finds you, you're finding a way out of this dimension. Everything in this dimension is so screwed. Everything is so programmed. We've been so lied to. It's set up in a way to keep us farther and farther away from who we are. So if you're natural to this land, and they tell you you're natural to this land, you're probably not natural to this land. If they tell you you're the superior race, you're probably not the superior race. If they tell you to serve Jesus, you probably shouldn't. It's so screwed into keeping us in low vibrational energy, and maybe that's what we signed up for, because whoever the creator of the game is, our divine creator, know that within us we have answers to all these questions. So the game is to keep us from not understanding who we are. Because the game is for us to find ourselves, and we have the power. But we get so caught up in division and things not making sense. And for us, think that things not making sense with those that hold on to it with this logic is the Matrix is holding on to them, giving them platforms, giving them viewership. The people who are keep you in low vibrational, low frequency, the Matrix and it's part of the game. Make sure they have a huge platform. Make sure everyone's following them.
In
So
2
when
miles,
you
take
come
exit
by,
49, County Road 427.
so
toward
when
Airport
you
Lake Mary
try to
Boulevard.
wake everyone up, so when you be like, no, that's not truth, it doesn't make sense, then you look like the bad one. You look like you're talking stupidity, and no one never think like, listen, if we were colonized, if religion is not true, why is history true? You know? And so I feel bad for those who are in the middle, who are trying to come to the knowledge of self, who's feeling that there's more and don't know which way to turn, because where everybody's going, where the masses is going, and you're just seeing people now like, oh my gosh, some people are so, I didn't know that some people are just so much followers, and some people call them NPCs, and this makes me think NPCs are real. NPCs are real, because I can't believe some people are such followers. It's like they don't have someone inner dialogue. They don't have, they can't think for themselves. They can't think for themselves. Yeah, so that's where we're at now. That's the time
In a half mile, take exit 49 for County
that's the
Road
time
427
we're
toward Airport Lake
we're
Mary
living in
Boulevard.
right now. That's the time we're living in. But yeah, so if this video finally, I just feel like making it, we gotta go deep. And
Take exit
the
49,
mind,
then use the second from the left
the
lane
mind
to
is
take
the
ramp.
battlefield. The mind is the battlefield. So please take control of your mind.
Caution, toll booth.
Don't let your thoughts spin
Use the second
running.
from the left lane to take the ramp.
Don't let your thoughts spin running here and there, to and fro. And when you take control of your mind, you take control
In
of your
800
life.
feet, continue straight.
Don't look for anything outside of you
Continue straight,
to help.
then turn left onto East Lake
Everything is within.
Boulevard.
Just imagine, I was thinking about this morning. Anything you perceive that something is, that's what it is.
At the light,
You know?
turn left onto East
And
Lake
that's
Mary
how
Boulevard.
we keep ourselves
Continue on East Lake Mary
And-
Boulevard for 3 miles.
in this low vibrational lack, you know, because they show us what a rich person should be, and because we don't have that, we think, oh, we're poor. We're poor. You know, they show us so many things. They show us, let me be specific, not so many things. We perceive so many things. Everything is just reality is perception, someone says. Not real reality, this reality that they give us. You know, I'm looking even at the White House, and the White House look like a dollhouse. I don't know if you feel it. It look like it's not real. It's like a pretend presidency, and it's not a hit on anyone. What's really going on? This is not life. What is it? What's been hidden? All this drama, and it's just not something about it. It's not real. It did the world end? I saw someone says the world end. And is this what it looks like? We're just trying to keep the old way going, but how long before it falls? How long before the true world comes forward? I don't have all the answers. I just go by what I feel in my spirit, and I'm trying to see if anyone else out there is thinking the same way, or just there's an impression in everyone's spirit. But yeah, the algorithm that this world is built up on an algorithm. I know everything is an algorithm. And if we know that, we need to control this algorithm. And it seems as if the way we control this algorithm is to know thyself. It's to know thyself. It's to know that everything, you can do everything. Not everything you want is within you. No one outside of you is doing anything. I think that's the best way to beat this algorithm. We got to tap into that thing inside of us, that nothing outside, that doesn't react, it's not reactionary, that nothing outside of it can touch it. Nothing else, it doesn't it's not reactionary, in that nothing we do can enable it to react unless we come in contact with it. It's that equilibrium that the Christ letter talked about. It's that Father, Mother, God, electricity and magnetism in equilibrium. That's where creation started. That's how I feel. And the more you quiet the mind, the closer you get to it. That's raising your consciousness. That's what they call by raising your consciousness. The more the ego is quieted, you get closer to that place. And once you come in contact with it, and I think I was thinking yesterday that people come in contact with it. We come in contact with it sometimes when we're at most at our vulnerable place, that when you're down and you're just vulnerable and you don't know what to do, you come in contact with that. That's why there's testimony about healing and God heal me, or there's testimony be like, oh my God, something just, I don't know, some angel, something, there's miraculous experience, because we don't have any idea for ourselves. Because we don't have any idea for ourselves, we don't understand what just happened. It's like you touched heaven. That's what happened. And heaven is within. And that's what Christ knew. That's why it says the kingdom of God is within. And seek ye first the kingdom of God and its righteousness, and all things will be added unto us. All right? Yes, it's deep. Please don't let this physical world keep you in bondage. Don't let it keep you in bondage. Go deep. Nothing is physical. It's energy. It's algorithm. Everything's like a computer system. Go deep. Get out. We have to get out of the illusion. Get out of the illusion. Now, ask some tough questions. Can we get people out there to ask tough questions? If you're out there and you hear me, ask some tough questions. I saw a lot of people on YouTube, and on social media, not just YouTube, trying to ask those questions. But yeah, we get rejected and dejected when no one's flowing to our channels. But we continue, we push, and we just feel like this word's not going up. But we just gotta listen. We have to come against the algorithm. I really believe that, and just know that we don't need the algorithm to push. We need to push the algorithm. I hear someone say, I'm reading a book called Reality. If I can, I'm gonna put it in the description box so everybody can see it. And we need to break the algorithm. We have to make reality bend. We have to bend reality. Ask these tough questions. The God, whatever you want to call the source of your being, God, Jehovah, universe, this let me use the word I use, Father, Mother, God. If you, the God we know, will give other people authority, who will give you authority over me? Huh? Why do I have to pay to live on this earth? Why do we have to pay to live on this earth? That's against nature. What is money? These are the tough questions. If you're raising your consciousness and your vibrational energy, these are the questions you should be asking. Who give you authority over this earth? Why do we have to pay taxes? Taxes. Why is on an earth that's given to us freely? Why we're not free to enjoy God's creation? What is money?
Feet, turn right onto North Palmetto Street.
You know? What is money? Can we ask those questions? Money is just printed. Why it has to be scarce? Why money make intentionally scarce? And so you have people who doesn't have access to healthcare and access to food, the basic necessity. And how long can this continue? If you know that there's a divine God who loves all his people, how long is this going to continue? The division, the lack. And another things, we know that there are technology beyond our understanding. We know that they're giving it to us little by little. We know that they choose people to give these technology. I don't give these technology. And then, oh, so-and-so create. No, these technologies, we know that there were other, not worlds, but previous civilization that was more advanced than us. We think cars is not advancement. A computer, big laptop computer, you have to walk with cords. These are not advancements. Why we can't get the recent technology? Why are they hiding it from us? Huh? Come on, people, ask some tough questions. Think. Stop wanting to be entertained. That was the worst word I heard. I know. I'm middle-aged. I'm in my 40s, yes. But that was the worst word I heard in criticism of the Super Bowl. Oh, I wasn't entertained. I wasn't entertained. That's the thing. The goal is for you not to be entertained. Somebody entertaining you. You're supposed to entertain yourself by coming into the knowledge of self and save you and your children. And that's what the great divide's going to be. The great divide's going to be with those who want to be entertained and those who want advancement. Those who want to be in nature. Be like the trees.
In a quarter mile, turn right onto North Country Club Road.
They don't toil, but yet still they provide, they're taken care of. The currency, as I make a video, is going to be your creativity. Art is when you start ascending, when you start getting close to that core, that God aspect of you, you start become an artist in so many ways. In so many ways. So you're like Kendrick Lamar. How many people you see write books and start writing this and that? They can't help it because in reality, that book I'm reading, it says consciousness, reality is really art. And that's what we're going back to. So you have to try, and this is why I wonder what's going on. Are they trying to wean us? have an accident. Yeah, are they trying to wean us off the old ways of thinking? But some people are holding on to it and some of us want to let go. Is that where we're at? Let me know. Let me know. All right. All right, so that's it for me today. Okay, be blessed, everyone.